Evening, we've got the Manchester derby for you tonight, plus Leeds versus Aston Villa and September's goal of the month. Jermaine Genius and Troy Deeney will give us their views. We begin with City and United, the first competitive meeting of Pep Guardiola and Erik ten Hag, a relationship stretching back to Bayern Munich a decade ago.
What was the best bit of all of that from your team today?
Well, we were happy doing our job, and the most, always we talk about that, how privileged we are doing a job like we can make during 92 minutes happy our people. So better than that cannot be possible.
We let the fans down, we let ourselves down, and so I'm hugely disappointed. But we have to live with it, and we have to learn from it. We were not front foot in the defense organization. We were not brave on the ball. And there were spaces to play, but we didn't find the spare man, or we were not brave enough to play under pressure away. We get undisciplined in following rules and principles, and you get hammered, and that's happened today.
3 hat-tricks in 3 home games. That is some achievement. Have you ever been close to that before?
No, I don't think so. I never did that before, and it's amazing. I felt it a couple of days before the game that something special is going to happen, and we saw today some special things happened, and it was nice.
How good can Erling Haaland be? I mean, he can't be at the peak yet, is he?
Well, the limit he will decide. You have in many clubs, the egos, and it's completely the opposite. One of the reasons why he sells so quick is because he has a good mates playing alongside to him. And when that's happened, make the life easier.
Well, life looked very easy for them today, didn't it? I mean, they were sensational, all of them. You could probably do analysis on every player. We'll talk about Haaland in a moment. You're going to look at the 2 wide players first of all, though.
Yeah, I think, for me, Grealish set the tempo. Obviously, Foden got his hat-trick, and we're all going to talk about Haaland, but I think Grealish has come under a lot of pressure, and we're going to see on the VT now that he's the guy who actually set the tempo, who got that yellow card after 1 minute, which we're not seeing there, but at the start of the game, obviously United are sitting back in, but Foden and Grealish come in kind of like 2-10s, as you can see in this position now, and they're just working it, just making United run around, chase the ball. But here is where they're occupying great space here, which makes Eriksen come across, that Varane doesn't know whether to go or not, first goal. And this all came just by them coming inside. As soon as they got the goal, went back to what they know, high and wide. Grealish coming in, looking like the Grealish from Aston Villa. He spoke about being a bit more direct, getting goals, getting assists, and that's what we like to see Jack doing. But look here, Foden's position here is perfect. It's making the left back look over right shoulder, left shoulder, doesn't know where he is. As this comes in, look, he's got no idea where he is, and another day could have went in the top corner, but they were sensational, and I think these 2 really drove the game. Kevin De Bruyne was a joke as well, as he always is. But this is what I want to see more of Jack doing. Getting out. He could have easily went down, but he said he wants to get more goals, more assists into his game. And I think this is a key one as well. For any young player that's watching, look at the desire. 80 metres Phil Foden covers up here. And just watch this. Gets up to speed and just coasts and stays. 20 mile an hour. Like, some people's cars can't do that. You know what I mean? As consistently as that. He's there, and the desire to go and score is world class. And again, finally up on Jack, getting into this position. Look how many Man United players are there. And I know Jermaine's going to go to it, but again, driving, forward passes, Haaland do the same, forward pass, 2 touch, thank you very much. And they were unbelievable.
And for Grealish in particular, actually, a lot of criticism at City has been that he hasn't driven at players and taken them on, that he gets it and maybe cuts inside or then just lays it off.
Being a bit safe.
But that was, as you say, the Grealish of old. Yeah,
that's what we want to see. I think not only for Man City, but for England as well. If we get those 2 playing at their peak and powers, it's only going to be good for the national team. So it's great to see, and I'm glad that Jack's doing well. £100 million price tags are difficult.
Out the ball, it was just shocking to see at times. I don't know whether the kind of pressing height, Rashford has to be having more of an impression on Nathan Ake there. For him to just drift out, get his head up, switch a ball, and all of a sudden Malacia has now got to deal with a 2v1 situation where we've seen City score from that exact scenario time and time again, is not good enough. You're supposed to be defending from the front and setting the tone. The goal that goes in, again, I don't see any leaders in there. Phil Foden finds himself in a situation where he's surrounded by 6 United players. Not one of them got the initiative to say, I'll take him. Eriksen's the man who should be doing it. He's right next to him. But what about, where's Rans pointing, saying we've got a problem here? Pick him up, Eriksen, or having a look around and dictating what's supposed to be happening around him. He's just drifted in, Foden, and it's an unbelievable finish. Now, Ten Hag says not brave on the ball, people hiding. We've got 5 Man City players around McTominay. Who wants the ball here? He's under pressure from Bernardo Silva. Which one of these United players that are hiding behind City are going to go, why don't Varane come into there? If Kyle Walker was with City, he would have drifted into there and helped out his teammate, not helping each other out. It's poor from McTominay as well as that, and they end up putting themselves under pressure. This is one of the worst clips I'd seen all day, this, for me. You know, Marcus Rashford, just turn. You're one of the quickest players in the league. Turn and do what you was born to do, which is attack. And he doesn't do that, no confidence, loses the ball. Now, this kind of scenario for United was a good one. You've got City kind of pinned in. All you'll want to hear right now is don't let them out. Dalot lets them down. Why has he not gone in there? Or everything that I'm showing you here, it's like, it's a big concern as to kind of what they're working on. Dalot lets you down at one end. Get on the cover at the other end as well, because although it's an incredible ball, you could have done something. You could put your body in, help out Varane. Those partnerships are not there from what I'm seeing. Now, we've got a situation here where Akanji picks up the ball in his own 18-yard box, right? Now, as he drives out, you've got 6 United players. That is just ridiculous. He just ghost spies 6 United players, and with one pass from his 18-yard box, again, a fullback is having to deal with a 2v1 situation. Now, Dalot does really well on that occasion and blocks the pass, but it wasn't sustainable. You can't keep up that level against Manchester City. You got the best player in the league in acres of space. You got a player in Gomez who came on who was absolutely brilliant, I thought, with a willingness, a desire to run and get forward, puts it on a plate for an absolute goal-scoring machine. There's a lot of really watched a team today who didn't look like they knew what they were doing at both ends of the pitch, with or without the ball. And who to blame with that? Whether it's the manager, the players, it's all one for me.
I mean, for all that the players made their mistakes there, and you pointed out, and for all, you know, they didn't track back and they weren't showing that energy. Is there an element of questioning Ten Hag as well? Some of the gaps between the different areas were huge, and Casemiro was on the bench.
That's one of the most ridiculous things I've seen this week, to be honest with you. I'm thinking you've brought a Champions League winner who is known for dictating that area of the pitch, and is sat on the bench watching that today. If there was ever a game for him to be starting, it was this one today. So the manager has to take some responsibility for that performance today.
I think as well, if you are Casemiro, you know, Scott McTominay's doing well, his game, Fred's game, you've got to be going, hold on, I was playing the Champions League final a few months ago and I can't get into this team. His job at Real Madrid was win it back, give it to his better players. You've got Eriksen, you've got Fernandes. That's the role he's been brought in to do. Go and do it. But I think that there's gaps, as you spoke about. I think that goes back to what Jermaine said, though, leadership. Who's doing that? Because you don't need a manager to tell you that.
Yeah.
Get it. Once they get through, we saw it with Spurs the other day. Get back in, be low block, make it hard to beat. That wasn't there, and unfortunately,